Say again?
I mean, seriously, how do you think the 2 off days will help you?
No, it's actually 2.5, because now we're gonna go out and it's gonna be 5 p.m. So in that regard, for me, it's very helpful. I haven't played 20 minutes in a while, and I'm gonna need to recover the treatments and get ready for Wednesday. So good that I have this time and I'm gonna enjoy it.
In terms of intensity, focus, energy, were you guys re-energized by the start of the playoffs?
It's impossible not to be energized. We are playing at home against the Lakers. It's a great moment to be energetic. The crowd just pushes you to be like that. So we knew it was going to be like that. Sometimes even if you are energetic, you don't do the things right, or shots don't fall, things don't go your way. But we played a good game, especially defensively, and hopefully we get even better in that regard. We're going to need it.
Manu, you seemed especially energized late third quarter. You had 18 points in 18 minutes, but there was a stretch there where you, I think, scored eight points in a couple of minutes. Did you feel like at that point you wanted to take over because you took a couple of risky shots that Pop might yell at you for if you don't make them?
Well, I knew it was my time. Usually end of first quarter and end of third is when I come in and TD and Tony are not on the court. So it used to be my moment. Now I know I'm not in my best shape, both physically and basketball-wise, but I thought I had a little window there to try to risk, and it went good.
Specifically the walk-up 3 with about 40 seconds left in that quarter. Was that what, did Pop say anything to you about that shot, or did he like it because it was
yes. If I could have missed it, probably he could have said something. But sometimes players do take some risks because we believe that we need something to get us going, and after 11 years together, he kind of knows the way I play and I seek my moment. So it was one of those times.
Matt, Bonner basically said you're the reason Pop's hair went from gray to white in the last 10 years. Do you believe that?
Yeah, and he lost a bunch too. We both did. But yeah, everybody knows the first 3 years, first 2 especially, were a little tough for both. We had a couple arguments, but we learned to understand each other, respect each other, and we know that the only thing that we both want is just to win and do what the team needs. So we got that respect.
You played 18 minutes tonight. What is your goal to play either in this series or later, as we get later in the series, or the next one?
I told some who was it? I think it was Bud or somebody that asked me how much I felt that I could go, and I said as much as they needed me. Of course, I never played 40, so I was not going to be ready for 40. But if he needed me 25 to 28, that is what he played me when I was healthy. I was ready, so I'm ready to go.
Before you had that 8-point stretch, I mean, that third quarter was they were like 5, 7, they were hanging around. Is that what, you said it's normally your time in the rotation, but was it also time to do something and get some separation?
I mean, you always want to create some separation. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, and actually the other team is the one that makes a run. So games goes like this. I just took a couple of risks, and the ball went in, and it really helped us. But sometimes it could have gone their way.
Why was the defense better tonight? Why was the defense better tonight compared to recently?
Well, a little bit about being in the playoffs. That really draws the best out of everyone. We prepare the game really well. Sometimes during the regular season, you don't even have time to prepare a game. And besides, the energy, the atmosphere, everything really helped us. Now it's time to adjust. They're going to be adjusting. We are going to be adjusting. It's going to be like a chess game, like it always is. So it's going to be a great series, and the playoffs is just fun.
A very physical game. Good start to obviously the playoff run. We shook off a lot of the cobwebs we've had over the last 10 games or so ending the season. Great to have everybody back out there and together, and just a good start overall.
Can you talk a little bit about Manu and what you brought, especially there in the third quarter.
Yeah, huge spark for us. Huge spark for us. Even and that's what we've always gotten from him. As he's working himself back into to getting his minutes back up. By the time he's in there, he's real effective. He's being real aggressive. You can see he's got his rhythm, and he's doing what Manu does.
Pop said this is the best defense y'all played in a while.
I'm sorry?
Papa said this is the best defense you guys played in a while.
Yeah, I mean, a long time, yeah. As I said, we've had kind of a lull. We've had kind of a good couple games in a row where we've looked awful. But as I said, good to have everybody back out here and good to have everybody focused. And we put it together. Just the start of a series, but good to get game one.
Is that a sign of a veteran ball club, playoff ball club, to where you can kind of turn that switch
on? You hate to say that turn the switch on. You don't want to do that. You want to stay consistent throughout. But we know what it's about. We know what the playoffs are about, and it's good to see it show up here in this first game.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks.
This game, you guys actually shot better than they did, and I think certainly had opportunities to win it. How do you feel about it?
Well, there's parts of the game that I feel good about. There's parts of the games that we definitely need to improve. So we got to take care of the ball a little better. We got to be understanding that every possession is going to be critical. So if we shoot a little better, we take control of the ball a little better. I think we had a chance at times tonight, and they pulled away at the end. But we just need to maximize our opportunities, be a little sharper, and understand who we're playing, which is a tough team.
Were you happy with the shots you guys got? It seemed like you and Steve Nash in particular had shots you normally make.
Yeah, we got some great looks. It just didn't fall. So those looks might be there, might not. Depends. They might make some adjustments. So we just got to continue to play the game, and if they got a shot, take it. Hopefully, they'll knock it down.
How big of a factor were the turnovers? You had twice as many as they did.
Yeah, we did. It's tough. You make it hard on yourself when you turn the ball over that many times, and so those are possessions, and most of those turnovers lead to pretty good high percentage shots on their part. So we just got to take care of the ball. We got to understand that there's going to be riches and strips that are not going to be called. So you got to protect the ball. We got to do a better job of it.
I don't know if you knew this, but the 5 people that started for you guys tonight had never been on the court together this year. It just didn't work out that way. Do you feel like that group, you and Dwight and Metta with Nash and Blake, played okay together?
Yeah, I think we played well for the most part, especially on the defensive end. Now we just have to find the sets that we want to go to that are going to be most effective, and that we can get to the third or fourth option. So we know what we're running. We know if they take something away, there's the counters. So that's what we need to get to. Obviously, the more minutes that we play together, I think the more comfortable we're going to get.
What adjustments do you think they might do in game 2?
Who knows? We're going to watch the tape. I think they played a solid game overall. They took care of the ball. They didn't shoot the ball extremely well, but I think
you guys actually shot better than they did.
Yeah, that's credited to our defense. So we just continue to contain those guys, and hopefully contain Manu a little better.
Based on what you saw tonight, are you still confident you guys can beat that team without Kobe?
Yeah, I mean, we have to be confident about it, and I think the next game is going to be critical because it's a big game for them and for us. So if we're able to be successful and get out of here with a win, that's exactly what our goal was coming in. So the series, as we know, that doesn't start until a road team wins. So we'll see how. If we're capable of doing it in the next game, we're a little sharper and make a couple more shots.
Steve, first of all, this is the first time you've played in 9 games. How did you feel physically out there?
Okay, not great, but good enough to get through the game and hopefully contribute whatever I could.
Any hangover from it? Do you expect to be able to go Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You never know what happens tomorrow, but I'm going to keep going. I'm hopeful that I keep going.
You guys missed a lot of shots that you normally make. You're on that list. Were you happy with the shots you got, or in game 2 do you have to try and get better shots?
I thought we got good shots. I thought we didn't shoot the ball well today. I thought we turned the ball over too much. But we played pretty well defensively and just weren't efficient enough offensively.
I don't know if you've seen the stats, but you were excellent defensively. You held them to 37% shooting. Where did the game get away?
Like I said, I just thought we turned it over too much and we missed shots that we're capable of making. So, I think that was the difference for us. We just weren't efficient offensively.
Is it a game where you feel like you missed an opportunity when they didn't shoot well? Tony Parker had to earn all of his shots. You feel like you let one get away?
Well, of course, anytime you lose in the playoffs, you feel, regret of some sort. But, I think our team, where we're at, we want to take the positives and try to go on to game 2 and have a better performance.
How tough is it to adapt with Kobe this late? It's not mid-season, it's not early season, this late, and try to get it right with the playoffs?
Well, there is an adjustment period, but I think the guys have been doing a good job. I think defensively they've been very good today. Play well. I think the Spurs didn't lose many games at all this year. It's not an easy place to come and win, and we played pretty well defensively and not well enough offensively. We could have a better game. In game 2, we have a chance. So, I don't want to get too carried away with the position we're in. It is different. It's a crazy year we find ourselves. In a position that we never foresaw. Without Kobe and trying to play the game forward.
Steve, I don't know if you knew this, but that's the first time those 5 guys that started the game for you have been on the court against an opponent at any point. You and Blake and Howard and Metta and Powell. Was there an adjustment period with that group at all, or do you feel like it played together well?
I thought it was fine. We just didn't play as well as we can. Defensively, we were good, but like I said, we missed some shots we normally make and turn the ball over too much as a team.
Steve, how do you feel after tonight? You haven't played in 3 weeks.
It's okay.
That's Steve Nash.
You don't seem to feel.
I'd love to feel a lot better, but I'll take it. I got through the game. I was able to contribute. To feel great, but it's not going to happen. So you just got to plug away and try to help in whatever way I can.
You shot a better percentage than they did as a team. I thought defensively you guys were really good. Was it the turnovers that killed you?
I'm not really sure. I didn't really look at the stats like that, but no matter what the outcome is, we move on to game 2.
Happy with the way you guys played, and you just come back and play the same way in game 2, or you guys got to make some adjustments?
I think, just play the game, play the right way. It's a simple game. Play hard, play together, play every 3.
You shared with me before the game that your knee was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yesterday it wasn't, today it was. How did it hold up during the game?
Really good. So really, I was really encouraged, how far.
I actually thought you guys had a chance here to take this game. You cut it to 4 a couple of times. I just asked this question to Steve. Will you take those shots, the ones you got tonight, or do you need to get better shots in game 2?
As a team?
Yeah, I thought you guys got some good shots and just missed them.
I thought we had some good shots. I thought, for the most part, just play the game of basketball. Nothing really to think about too much. Go out there and just play.
You guys happy with the way you played defense? You held them to 37% shooting.
I didn't even realize that.
You shot better than they did.
I didn't realize that, but, no matter what, we got to move on. Move on to game 2.
What decided this more than anything else, do you think? Just that run they made at the end?
Just, it was a nice run, but for the most part, he was right there. He was right there.
How's your confidence moving forward in the series? You guys still confident you can win it?
Yeah, I think all guys are confident, but you got to move on to game 2.
That's my little piece, guys. Back to you.
How much more do you need out of your bench in order to beat this team? You think you only get 10 points off the bench today?
That's okay. It's okay. It's a simple game. Just play the game ball. Real simple.
How encouraged were you with Steve Nash's play out there? He looked really aggressive and hit some shots early and got going for you guys.
I was encouraged with everybody's play. Everybody go out there and play hard.